At the State House, many showed up to pay tribute to all of the missing Americans and show their support for the families and loved ones who are suffering. The event, America's Sun Candlelight Vigil, looks to shine a light of hope for their return and lift up those families searching for answers. It also looks to honor the lives of the missing, including Columbia's own Daniel Robinson II, the son of congressional candidate Daniel Robinson.
Here in South Carolina, we have missing Americans here that voices is just not being heard. So I have to do my part as a father, as a part of this community, to make sure that we get these families' stories out there and get their stories heard so we can bring them back home.
If you would like to support or learn more about Robinson's movement, you can head to finddaniel.com for more information.
And tonight, the community gathered for a candlelit vigil honoring the lives of missing Americans. The America's Sun Candlelight Vigil took place on the north stairs of the State House. The event featured stories from families, including that of Daniel Robinson, geologist and Columbia native who went missing back in 2021. Participants brought battery-operated candles and joined together in an evening of hope and remembrance. Organizers shared messages of unity and advocacy, urging the community to continue raising awareness for missing persons.
If I come out and talk about it, I would help a lot of people, because I'm getting stronger and stronger every day when my son is not here, because I know a God is somewhere in the midst of everything I'm going through.
And tonight's remembrance was hosted by the Daniel Robinson Foundation, a nonprofit organization. The Daniel Robinson Foundation advocates for equal support and awareness for missing persons and their families.
Good evening, everyone. Dave Robinson here, the father of geologist Daniel Cornelius Robinson. Thank you so much for watching this live stream. I know it's late for many of you, and some of you still fairly early out in the West. I couldn't let the night go by without thanking everyone who came out to the American Sun Candlelight Vigil, the families that was there, all the support that I received from all of you from different places, whether it was sharing the story, sharing that I have the event, donating to you name it. I truly appreciate each and every last one. So it's one thing that happened when I was doing the Candlelight Vigil. As you could probably imagine, I was going all over the place trying to get it together and, preparing for it. One of the things that I didn't mention as the Candlelight Vigil was happening. So I just wanted to make this live stream to give thanks to all the families and those who supported this whole entire thing. So again, I want to say, to the families who came out, I want to share some pictures and things like that for the families who came out to the event. And, just like I said, we are family there. Everybody know that when we was out there together, is a family event. Is also to have our voices heard, to encourage law enforcement to, do some things a lot different that was going on for some families, and also the fact that we can get legislators and things like that to try to craft legislations that can help with finding our loved ones and also help law enforcement do an even better job. So again, I just want to put the pictures up here really quick and thank, like I said, the families that came out to the event, because without the families there, it wouldn't have been an event. So all the families that came out to the event, I just want to really make sure that I tell you once again, like I did when we were out there at the event, thank you so much for actually being there. So I just want to say to the family of Mr. Zelic Williams, thank you so much for being out there. I know it's really tough for everyone, but thank you so much for coming out. Also, the family of Mr. Tyler Dahl, excuse my voice, for coming out. I truly appreciate the family as well. Also, the family of Miss Jana Steins, Manesco, thanks so much for being out there. We definitely, really, really appreciate your time and sharing your story. Also, we had the family of Kaya Taylor. for being out there. Thank you so much, Katrina, everyone, for coming out and sharing your loved one's story. Also, the family of Miss Cassie and Polk, thanks so much for being there. Like I said, again, it's hard and really hard for all the families. So this event was not just for the families that you see here, but also for all the missing American families out in this country. I just want to say thank you so much for those who cannot. Thanks so much for being a part, rather, like I said, through prayers, through your support, in different ways. Thank you so much for being there. Also, the hush. I want to put this up as well. I'm missing the picture up here, but we have a different foundation, Hush No More Foundation, that came out. And what I wanted to point out about this is that the fact that we have a lot of times people go missing because of domestic violence and also, different human trafficking, things like that. So I really thank this organization for coming out and helping us, with this event. So again, we had this foundation to, like I said, all these things are kind of linked together. So just definitely wanted to say thank you to Dr. Vanessa Guyton for coming out and sharing and sharing information for the families and the resource tables and things like that. So I really appreciate you. Also, we had the Gab Petito Foundation. I really thank them for coming out. Excuse me. I'm putting up the wrong thing here, but the Gab Petito Foundation, I truly appreciate them coming out. Always there to rescue and come and be a special part of anything I'm doing. So I really appreciate them coming out there. So again, to the families who were out there, I know you guys seeing these resources and things like that at the tables. I hope these resources are there. You was able to get a lot out of it. So again, Miss Mary Wickman for the Gab Petito Foundation, thanks so much for being out there. And if people want to know, Miss Wickman is the grandparent. So thanks so much for being there. Also, this another foundation I want to make sure I get out. Okay. Also, I had another foundation again, that was out there to to share stories and give some resources because like I said, every resource that we get, of course, the Daniel Robinson Foundation, my foundation was out there to hold this event along with me. The Police Help Find Daniel side of things. Excuse me, guys, but you hear how I'm sounding, my voice going away. I'm tired, so I may sound a little harsh right now, but I just want to say thank you again for coming out there. Let's see if I can get it right here. The Katrina Burns Cassie Foundation. Excuse me. For coming out. So I really appreciate them for sharing the resources and really, 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 really had a great time talking with this family. So I really appreciate everything they have done for this event. Also, you guys, we have also, I want to go back and just go down the line again for everyone that came out. Again, like I said, part of is the Daniel Robinson Foundation. Please help find Daniel. Also, I want to give a special thanks to Miss Nicole Simmons for Murder Mondays. Tremendous, her and her family, tremendous help. I mean, like, not just the fact of doing the live stream for me, but also, I mean, like physical work, helping put the tents up. Everybody helped put tents up, but doing some of the things that are going on extra mile. So I truly appreciate all your help, Miss Simmons. And I really want to say thank you so much for being out there and from the bottom of my heart. Also, Miss Katrina Overstreet, thanks so much for the Mrs. Struggle out there sharing and giving out resources as well. Miss Katrina does a whole lot of work in Indianapolis, Indiana, and also, like I said, I call her a street soldier because, a lot of times she's doing the hard work. She's doing a lot of work and advocacy work out there. And sometimes, those voices get unheard also with all the work that's going on the ground, real-time work. So I want to say thank you to her for coming out, traveling all her way just to get there. Also, Miss Rhonda DeKeer, thanks so much. Called Jazz from the Missing American Network. I want to make sure I get her name right, but she called herself Jazz from the Missing American Network, who provided a lot of resources as well for their foundation, as well as the candles and some candles and batteries and you name it. So I really appreciate them for all the tremendous help that they did for this event. I will never forget. And they also want you guys to know that you're not alone. Also, Miss Katrina Byrne again for the Dear Cassie Foundation. I want to thank the family. And then you guys saw the mustache that we were wearing. Excuse me, that we were wearing. So I just want to say thank you again for coming out. And again, Dr. Vanessa Gotten, thanks so much for the Hush No More Foundation. Excuse me. And also Miss Mary Wickman again for the Gabby Petito Foundation. So thank you, everyone. I'm losing my voice and it's going as I'm talking. It's getting even worse. I also want to give thanks to the Missing and Exploited Children who provided a lot of resources for this event. Because again, you guys got to remember we have over 2,000 children that go missing every week, every day in this country. Not every week, but every day in this country, and we have to make sure we're doing something about it. I know, and I keep saying this over and over again. I'm very passionate about finding out missing loved ones, finding my son. He's my first priority. But what I'm saying is a lot of these things that we are talking about, it get pushed under. You know, I would have never known that many people go missing if it didn't hit home. But now it hit home, and I found a lot of people out there are actually fighting. Like you got the Black and Missing Foundations also, who's out there fighting to help families. One thing I've seen recently is those things that are hurting our country when it comes to missing Americans. Over 600,000 a year, that is a lot. But the messaging and the things like that need to be heard to help find these families get overwhelmed by political things. We see what's happening all over our country, and it drowns out the things that's actually hurting us like this. Some of the things that's going on. So we need families. We need families. We need you. We need people, just ordinary, everyday people, grassroots folks, to decide to say, hey, no, we want to share somebody's loved one's, some loved one's story. We all dependent on you. We all dependent on, because we can't necessarily get it through a news cycle. News cycles have all the drama that they want to cover. There's a lot of drama. You guys know, you see what's happening in our country. There's a lot of drama to cover. And so when you have a lot of drama that's covered, it gives them good ratings, gives them good tension and things like that. Families we're lacking out. We're lacking out of the attention that we need, the voice of being heard. So we rely on people like you to share on social media our stories, tell your friends, your families, come out to events like the American Sun Candlelight Vigil, to passing out flyers, whatever you can do to help a family. So again, I just want to say thank you to everyone. We had some great times. When I say after the event, was able to do some karaoke. That's probably why my voice gone. Do a little bit of karaoke and spend some time with the family. So I really appreciate everyone, like I said, who came out on this event. It was really difficult. I tell you guys, it was one of the most difficult things I tried to put together. And I just want everyone to be aware that this is not it. There's other things that I have planned right now. As we speak right now, we may have something that we're working on towards the fall. So look out for that. I don't want to give a date yet because we're in the planning stage right now. And also I have another suggestion that we maybe be coming out to help other families out there to push this thing forward. Like I said, so we won't be drowned out by the drama and the noise that we hear in the news cycle. So also, to speak of the news cycle, but one special thanks I want to give as well. Don't forget one of my best friends, and also he's a pastor, Mr. Jeffrey Williams, who came out to give us our prayer, pray for the families that were there at the events, pray for the families that have missing loved ones all across the country. But Mr. Pastor, I call him Jeffrey, but Pastor Williams will, he's in the International Worship Encounters. You guys can check that out. I really appreciate him for coming out to give us and lead us in prayer. Also, special thanks to the Simmons family again, like I said, from Murder Mondays, for all the hard work, the real physical hard work, not just the fact that she was able to provide the live stream that you guys probably caught, but also was able to do a lot more behind the scenes. So I really appreciate her and her family. Also, channels here, the local news channel here, WLTS 19, WIS 10. I've reached out to every news organization, radio stations, you name it, guys. I was working it. I tell you what, I was working it, but I'm really grateful for the two that decided to share these loved one stories. So I really appreciate them for covering the story and putting out that we had the event. So I can go to bed, and I'm gonna tell you guys right now. You may not hear from me for a little bit. Don't think I've stopped fighting for my son. Anything. I just need a small break. I need a small break, and so I just want to put this picture back up again as well for the Missing and Exploited Children, National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, for coming out and do the resources. I wish I had the other pictures. You probably gonna see those on social media. Everyone, there's a lot more pictures that I will be sharing. A lot more things I'll be sharing. But this is just a couple things that I was able to put together at the last minute just to do this live stream. So, look out. We have the families who are sharing a lot of things as well. So look out for those posts and things like that. So, again, thank you everyone for being a part. Everybody that's joining me right now on the Instagram side, I see you on the screen. Those who are in the chat sessions, everywhere else, thank you so much for joining in. I know it's late. I'm going to run this video again. Of course, it's going to be on the social media platform, so everyone can watch it again if you miss anything. So thank you, everyone. I'm really going to call it, but like I said, if you don't hear from me for a week, I need a break. I need a break. If people don't believe I'm going to do it, if people around me say, yes, right, sure, David, you're not going to do this, but I think I'm going to try my best to try to not be, really active for at least a week to give myself a break. So after over 4 years now of no breaks and no vacations, no this and that, I need to have some time to rest just a moment. So just want to say thank you everyone for your time, your help, your support. But like I said, this is not over, and I still need your continued support. I need your support, you guys. It's not over. I'm really continuing to fight for my son. That's automatic. I do have a plan to get back in Arizona to engage with law enforcement. As you guys know, at the week of April 12th, which is April 10th, I did a custody exchange with the Buckeye Police Department, meaning that all the things that they should have had in the first place that was given to me from around July the 20th of 2021, like the forensic things that need to be tested. You guys know what I've been fighting for over 4 years. Going on during the time was almost 4 years to get the law enforcement to do their job. I was able to finally get them sit down with the new detective in Dane's case, as well as they have a new chief there to fight for Daniel. And I was able to get them to do a lot of agreements and things, and I will share those agreements with you all pretty soon. But what I did is, it's in April the 20th, like I said, April the 20th, the 10th, excuse me, guys. I think it's somewhere around there. I have to get my numbers right. But I'm giving them a little time to do exactly what they told me they're going to do without me making a big fuss about it. So I gave them a good length of time now. Once I get off this break, I will be engaging with law enforcement this month to see what they came up with. See, they come up with new leads with the forensic testing, what they found, what type of forensic testing they have done, if I need to take those items to another location after, that kind of stuff. So I'll make those determinations depending on what law enforcement had done. Now, I'm really praying, you guys. You guys already know the hard times I had at the Buckeye Police Department. So my hopes is that, when we did the custody exchange, I felt like it was a reset, a reset to where it went back to where I wanted things to be when I first left here from South Carolina and went to Arizona, is to work with law enforcement, hand and side by side to, get things done and find my son. So I'm hoping and praying that they are doing the right things with Daniel's items. That they have literally everything. So to do the right things with his items, to test it in the proper way, to treat it as if it's one of their own. All those things are going to matter when I do my assessment. When I go, and you guys know how I am, I'm going to do my assessment. I pay attention to detail. That's one thing we learned in the military. You pay attention to details. You go detailed, not the things that you want to hear or people say. You already know, guys, just because they have law enforcement behind their name, I'm not afraid to ask questions. I'm not afraid to look into it. I'm not afraid to call them out when they're wrong. Those type things. So what I'm saying is, my approach is to and it's the hope that they are doing the right thing. So I gave them ample time to see, because we know that the agreement was to do it really quickly. Some things, because it's been, like I say, going 4 years, and I will see where they're at, and then I will engage with you guys and let you know the progress we have with the Buckeye Police Department. If there's no progress, then you'll see me change that narrative and go back to where things were. But I'm hoping not. You guys, I want you to pray with me on that they're actually doing the right thing, because I really need them to. Because I know you guys from the deep parts of my heart and my soul that if law enforcement do the right thing and do this forensics testing the correct way and really do it in a way that they are actually trying to find answers, I know we'll come up with new leads. Those new leads will lead to things that we need to know, and then I can find my son finally. So again, that's where I'm at on this, and I want to say thank you for being here, for sending prayers. Esau Meeks, thanks so much for being here and your prayers. Barbara Elkins, thanks so much. I hope you're able to get a real break. Yes, thank you. No phone internet. Yes, and that's exactly what I said. No phone internet, and maybe some crashing waves. That sounds good to me. Everybody know that I love water, and sea air, regenerate your soul. Prayers and blessings. You said it right on time. You're exactly right, and that's what your name sounds familiar, by the way. But that's where I would like to be. Breathing some ocean air and things like that. I've been in the desert. Arizona and things like that. So never really got any time to to enjoy water. I'm a water person, so also, yes, they have a real break away from the phones and the internet and everything. So like I said, you guys, if you don't see me on here for a little bit, don't think I just went away or something. I just need a moment to regroup and things like that, just like what Miss Elkins say. So and from the none area, I do have some things here in South Carolina. For those who are South Carolina's outside of my son, I have some things planned for next month. So we'll be pushing that and I'm trying not to say it out here, but it could be on the political side. So you guys look for that. So that's going to be putting me back onto the speed of things too as well. Thank you, Kimmy, for being here. Thank you for your love, support. Ellie, thanks so much for being here. Take care of yourself and try not to get run down. Yes, that's the reason why I need to take this break. I think things are pretty much catch up on you after a while, right? Also, we have Miss Tracy. Thanks so much for being here again, always supporting. Good evening, everyone. Prayers for all these families. Yes, we need all the prayers that we get for the families of missing loved ones. So everyone, please continue to pray for families. Continue to. I hope I can get a freeze up on Instagram. I see that thing is stuck on one screen, so I hope it's moving. But we need all the prayers we can as a family, as from support from the community. Again, thank you, everyone. I hope you all have a wonderful night. I know you're finishing up your weekend. Some maybe have to go back to work and things like that. If you go back to work, I hope your weekday running really smoothly, and go the way you need to go and things like that. So I hope you're a very productive week and things like that. And actually have some time also for yourself, for your family and things like that. So again, thank you, everyone. And again, to the families who came out to the event, I would put some more social media platform posts up and things like that to thank the family again. Pictures, videos, you name it. Those things will be on social media. I'm trying to get it up tonight so I can keep my promise to myself to start my week off Monday doing nothing. Like Miss Elka said, no radio, no TV, no this, no that, whatever, that type stuff. But yes, my team and I talked about it. A-team, family, those who that helped me out in different ways. We talk about it, but they don't believe I'm actually going to do it, but we're going to see. So again, thank you, everyone. Y'all have a blessed night. And for those who I wasn't able to get your comment on here this evening, thank you. I helped look for Daniel in the beginning. Thank you, Ms. Elkins. I really appreciate it. I'm in Washington now. Hope you to be able to join you again in the future. You are in the right place where we're heading. So, and I put that out because I have some plans with another young lady from the Mrs. Struggle, and she just threw out something to me the other day that we will be planning to put together. And so I say, look for us, Ms. Elkers in Washington, D.C. So again, thank you, everyone. Again, you have yourself a wonderful night. And I think that's it. I would change the website when I get a chance, you guys. You see it stay the same. It's going to change. It's just not going to change tomorrow or tonight or things like that. But but still, like I said again, you guys, I'm leading this one thing. I still need your support for the future things I will be doing. So please continue your support. Please continue to share Daniel's story. Please support it everywhere you can. Please do the mail-in protest, the flyer distribution, you name it. All that stuff is still up. Just because I'm not on the screen don't mean that I'm gone. So again, I need your support to keep my advocacy work going and everything I'm doing. So thank you so much. God bless you. And y'all have a wonderful night.